Whoops. I mean, and he also had regret though, dude. He's like, you see him crying at the end. He's like, oh shit, I fucking doomed the world, and all I wanted to do was save it in my own way.
No one can escape its doom.
Shut up already, you bastard.
Like, Yuri does not give two shits, man. Like, he killed the shit out of this dude.
It seems in the end that I
was the greatest fool of all.
was the greatest fool of all.
Like, he had regret for his actions. Like, that's a good evil character. I like how we just murdered him after he wasn't a threat.
There's Yuri!
Yeah, that's Yuri for you.
I'm sure that he's over there somewhere.
You've destroyed my weapon and I'm at your mercy. Die! Oh, okay.
The Autophagos disappeared into the void.
Now's not a good time to have a monologue,
They
buddy.
didn't really say they destroyed that thing. They just went off and left this piece of crap remnant behind.
What's that?
Flynn?
Oh no. We turned her into a vigilante. That was the ultimate way of getting back at her. We made you one of us. Still think we should have had the chance to get revenge and murder her, but that's just me. Well, we're at the home stretch now, fellas. There's not much more to do in terms of, we got a couple of dungeons, maybe. Like, the first two spirits we get for free, and then we have to go get the wind spirit and the earth spirit, so, like, 2 dungeons. We have to finish Patty's arc, which is...
My room.
She was Ifrit all along! And it's like, who cares? Because Ifrit plays no part in this story at all.
Didn't think she hated me this much. Oh.
My fucking stomach. My ripped abs. I've come to retake the sword because of reasons.
The child of the full moon. The leaders of the ancients possessed an innate power, and were called the children of the
something that
full
bothers
moon.
me about RPGs is that you took Brilliant Cataclysm to the face, a move that is literally a huge magic explosion, and you're fine, but then you get stabbed by a level 1 dagger and you nearly die.
The Shrine of Zaude.
Well, that's
received
because
their lives
video
and
game
power.
armor doesn't exist in
It sealed the
cutscenes.
Autophagos away, saving the world.
We were also tired from fighting him, so maybe, you know... I mean, technically I did take a level 1 dagger to the face and survived a, like, 20,000 foot drop off of a giant space barrier.
You have awakened.
I mean, that happened.
Duke. So it was you who saved me.
But true, I mean, you know, Brilliant Cataclysm, which is a giant space explosion compared to a level 1 dagger, but... That's because we're supposed to get killed by the dagger. It's part of the story.
I couldn't afford to have this sword lost to the sea.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I still
Thought we
owe
were
you my
friends.
thanks.
Never.
So the Shrine of Zaude
Now, what's the
was
deal? Are you
powered by the
Kronos
lives of the
Duke,
children of the full
or...
moon?
Like, what are you? I do not know what I am, but what I do know is that I do not like you.
Humans brought forth
So I
the
think
Autophagos
Duke
and
flew
led
in and saved you from falling, or did he find you in the water? I wonder, he did just say that he didn't want the sword lost to the ocean. Maybe he, like, flew in with Chroma and picked you up or something. Or maybe he used some sort of crazy powers that we don't know about.
Atonement. The few remaining children of the full moon, together with the Entelekea, decided on how the world would be. The Imperial family are their descendants.
So that's how the Empire started. And that's why that sword, the key to Zaude, will prove a true emperor.
As
Yes.
long as air is used, no one can oppose the Autophagos, for it is born of air itself.
You wanted to stop the Autophagos, too. That's why you were going around calming all the air Krene, right?
Correct.
Why didn't you ask
But
for
it's
help
still
from the
there,
Empire or the
so-
guilds? You could have stopped Alexei if you'd done that.
I have aligned myself with the Entelekea. I have no intention of coexisting with humanity.
But there's, like, only 4 of them left, dude. Like, how do you...
What's more, the masses of humanity will never come to any accord.
So, what are you trying to do?
I wish he had a bigger part in the story, or I should say I wish he was in the story more. Duke? Yeah. Duke is a little boring, but I actually like him as a character. Yeah, I wish he was in the like. I wish he was in it too. Like he's ultimately, you know, the final boss. But like,
The Autophagos was too much, even for that
I wish that we
ancient
got to know more
civilization.
about him, like who he really is, or like why he has the powers that he has. Because like, there's still that mystery even to this day. Like, I'm not
There
quite
is
sure.
a way.
Like the fact that they kind of threw him in as a reference in Tales of Arise. It's like, well, was he like secretly the god of time this whole time, and he was like friends with the Antilochea, or was he just some dude? Like, we don't really
You
know.
say you despise humanity, but what about us? Aren't we human?
No.
Why did you give me De Nomos?
He's a
Why
remnant
did
of a
you
different time.
cooperate?
Probably, yeah.
You were the only ones who even attempted to communicate with the Entelekea.
Like, I don't know, like, you could,
That
like,
is
make up
why.
stories as to, like,
Never
why it
mind.
all fits
It is
together.
done.
Like, maybe he was raised by an Antilochea or something, and, like, the Empire used him to, like, communicate with them as a go-to, as an in-between. And then the Empire betrayed the Antilochea, so that's why he hates them.
Wait, what are you gonna do?
I will protect our world. Our
The
Terca Luminaries.
Luminaries.
Hold on. Oh,
My stomach!
damn it.
I mean, what could you possibly do in your wrecked state? But yeah, Duke is one of my favorite characters too. In Tales. Like, it is that cliche of like, oh, our ideologies are clashing against one another, but he wasn't like a psychopath like Van de Stelco was in Mythos.
Yuri?
Estelle? Repeat?
I mean, Chazelle was possessed by an ancient demon, so, I mean, I don't know if she's technically a psychopath. She was just, like, really sad, and then a demon took over her. My stomach!
Ouch, hey, hold on a sec.
Yuri! It's really you, right? You're not a ghost or something? Oh good, you have a shadow.
See, and these two characters actually like each other and show that they like each other, and it's not until the end of the game.
Yeah, I'm living, and yeah, that hurts.
Monarch Butterfly. The Monarch. Then I found out that I had a big cash settlement and left those bastards. He left his mustache and his other paints.
Thank goodness, I'm so happy.
For his mustache twirling. See, it's so cute seeing them together, and then, like, it was
Repeat
cute
just
when
rushed out all of a sudden. I was so
Alphen hugged her
surprised.
whenever she was going crazy from loneliness, and then it was cute seeing them kiss and get married, but, like, that was literally 76 hours into the game. It's like,
Thanks.
oh, finally
I'm
some
fine now.
compassion and love.
Is that wound from when you fell from Zauda?
Yeah, it fell on a knife.
Huh? Oh yeah, I guess so.
I can't tell you how happy I am.
How long have I been out?
Sorry to make you worry.
I want to go tell everyone. They'll be so happy.
What's everybody doing?
Rita went to Zauda with Judith. She said there was a lot to study, being ancient ruins and all.
That's Rita.
Patty's helping out with repairs on the Fiertia too.
Oh, that's a weird
Carol
way to
and
just...
Raven went back to Dongrest.
Just the
It seems
fucking...
that relations
tacked
between the Empire
in.
and the guilds are worsening again.
Oh, they're still like that?
Supposedly
Wow.
it's because of Zauda. They went to make sure the guilds didn't do anything rash.
I don't like Estella, and her moves are dumb.
First Heracles, then that.
Well, I guess
Guild or
that's it's a
not,
personal
people are gonna be on
preference.
guard.
I think her character was developed well for what she is. Like a bookish princess that
It's
doesn't
trouble
know
in Yoder
anything.
as well.
It works.
And Flynn is
It works
being
for me.
Flynn and going off to all corners
And her
of the
moves
world.
are weird. Like, I think that as a healer, she's one of the weirder ones because she's like melee focused.
Everyone's working hard.
But she's a damn good healer though. I still rank her as like top tier. Like powerful single target, powerful
They
AoE.
thought they should do what they can, even without you,
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
because we knew. We knew you were alive. Even
Didn't realize I
Flynn
had
took
Flynn,
shifts out to
like,
look
friends
for
that
you
liked me so
many
much.
times.
I'm so sorry.
Sodia tried to kill me. What was that? Nothing.
But thanks to you, I'm all fixed up.
You should still rest
Wait,
today.
Duke can use healing powers. Why didn't he heal my wound?
Rita, Carol, they can all wait a little longer to see you.
As you wish.
Survivor.
Estelle, Rapide, sorry to worry you.
We were stuck on top of Zaude. We couldn't get down. But Flynn and all the rest of the knights managed to help us.
Huh.
Because he was up there
Sounds
with
like everyone
us.
had a pretty rough time.
But we're all safe now. All of us. I'm so happy.
The air crisis, Duke, the Outer Phagos. We still got a mountain of problems to deal with.
We sure do. Hang on. %91% PS3 side quest. There we go. We knew that you were alive. There was something I had to do in Zaude. What was it? How much TP does Estelle use on her attacks? Because it really doesn't seem like the fact that in Tales of Arise that you share CP. It doesn't seem like... I feel like it's roughly the same amount of healing you get in each game. Her first aid is definitely weaker because, like, it got to the point where... even with first aid, like, Xion was healing like a crap ton. Like, I think it's because she got those, like, perks that increased her healing power, whereas, like, Estelle kind of has that, but it's based off of, how high her HP is. So it's, like, not quite as broken. Like, if her HP is low, then she only heals regularly, but if her HP is high, her healing spells heal 50% more. It Revitalize costs 80 mana in this game like it does in Arise, but it's a large AoE, but you can stand outside of it, and it's a hot, and it's not instant like it is in Arise, so that's where the balance is, I guess. But with a Fairy Ring, it's not, you know, you can get that down to 40 mana, and you can get Nightingale down to 25 mana, so Fairy Ring is way better in this game too, so it's a give and take. Like, Xion is a good healer, for sure. It's just the CP system made it to where you really had to... I mean, in that game, damage is way more avoidable than it is in this game. And Zophius talked to LeBlanc for Raven's Imperial Knight Captain title, and Zophius head towards a noble quarter. Okay, so we have to talk to Raven, or we have to talk to LeBlanc. Like, even right now, like, her first aid was healing like 980 something. But I'm pretty sure, like, if I had, what is it called? Is it called Heal Supply? No, Heal Supply is that other really good ability. Medical Boost. Strength of Cure spell proportional to remaining HP. Strength increased by 1.5 times max HP. So as long as she has max, like, all of her healing arts will heal 50% more. And Heal Supply is also really good, because every time you heal somebody else, you also heal yourself for, like, a tiny amount. It's, like, really good. Like, she's really efficient at healing. So many good abilities does she have. Why did I have this on? Right, I had it for, Revive. And she's, like, also gets Revive and Resurrection, like no other healer in any other games had both of those. It was one or the other.
Alexei unleashed something terrible.
Yeah, the bosses combo you for days in this game, but each hit does small damage. But in Arise, you could get one shot and two shot pretty often.
I'm tired of all this
That's
freeing the
true.
world nonsense.
You could, because it was like the damage is just really high in that game. I think they made it so high because they expected
Just
you to
what
be
is
dodge
the
masters.
Phagos?
Who knows?
In
But
this game, like,
catastrophe. It can't
once
be
you're stuck in a
anything good.
combo, like, you're fucked. And if you're on the ground,
Guess
it
I get
doesn't
to
save
fight a
you like
big
it
one
did in
this
the
time.
other games.
It certainly is. So, you're
Because they
going
can hit you
after
when you're
it?
grounded too.
It doesn't look like I'll have a normal life if I don't.
A normal life.
Like, there was one instance where I
For
fought
everyone.
Zoggy and he went into overlimit and he
That's
just
why we
decided to,
fight.
like, not give a shit, and he, like, comboed me until I died. Like, he did not stop.
Yeah, that's enough, right?
Yes, it is.
I have it. It's on my YouTube channel and it's on here on Twitch too. Like, the dude did not give two shits. He's just like, I'm just gonna be cheap like you can and just keep going until you die.
Everybody.
Don't go taking that young lady around everywhere. She must be tired.
Leave her here for me.
Estelle, were you using your power?
She fixed up every wounded person who came back. We're all in her debt.
If there's anything else I can do, please let me know.
Well, okay.
Nice to see the lower.
And it's like
quarters back to
in
normal.
Arise, like if somebody died, like it's more money efficient to just use a life bottle than it is to let her waste CP on resurrection.
It'd be perfect if only that
Because
thing
like
in the sky
life bottles in
weren't
that
there.
game were 1,000 gold and apple gels were 3,000.
Don't worry. Leave it to brave Vesperia.
There you go again.
Like it only becomes
Just
money
how are you
efficient
gonna
after like
close
you've
up
had
that
4
hole
deaths
in
in
the
a fight,
sky?
which was pretty rare. I don't remember dying for more than 3 times at least a whole lot
Hey, if
But it was
anyone can do
definitely-
it, Yuri can.
happening.
Yeah, he never makes promises he can't keep.
That's far enough.
Yuri lol.
Now you, what do you want?
All of your crimes
say,
have been
take a look at
forgotten,
this.
or whatever the fuck we said, forgiven, repealed.
Huh? A warrant? For me?
What did I do
Just
now?
Yuri?
I say a knight's duty is to apprehend the unlawful.
So I'm the only one with a bounty on my head? Nobody else?
That has nothing to do with
It's because you wear the gray cowl of Nocturnal.
We have a proposal. Return to the Knights, and this all goes away.
Why?
Someone high up is making a fuss about leaving you to do as you please.
Because it
So-
seemed, I think it was a mistake personally to make the game like that, the Dark Souls type action, because it seemed to limit what types of enemies they could make, and all the enemies had to fall in line with this system. Yeah,
You'd feel better putting the reins
I
on
think
me.
that the combat was fun, but it stopped feeling like a fighting game, and yeah, more like a Dark Souls game, because it was all about dodging and not taking damage, whereas in this game, it's a you attack block type situation. There's an ebb and flow. Like, the older games felt more like fighting games, which is why I liked the Tales games in the first place.
Now you've got the idea.
Hey,
But,
Swan.
like,
What?
Captain Schwan.
Hey, wait!
So long, everyone.
Take care.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Just as I thought. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Let's go! Arrest that man!
He's pretty much the reason for living. Like, I don't know, man. Tweedle A and Tweedledee and LeBlanc are pretty much our friends.
This hill is pretty brutal.
Yeah, there was very little enemy difference, and
Those
they were
knights are
all the
amazing.
same. Like, towards the end of the game, dude, like, the amount of fucking those bears that we fought, the stupid Cerberus monsters, the stupid praying mantis
They are
monster,
tenacious.
like, they littered the end of the game with
Whoa,
that shit.
Patty. Where did
Watch
you
out for
come
my
from?
wound.
Yuri! Thank the Seven Seas! I knew you were still alive!
And Patty also
Yep,
loves
still
Yuri, but
kicking.
she looks
Somehow.
12, but she's really 30 years old. You know how that shit goes.
Oh,
Huh?
Hey, Judith!
Estelle, I just came to get you.
Where's Rita?
Wow. Yeah, I mean, it was good for what it was, but I'm
Rita's in
sure
Oslo
lots of
putting together
people
all
who
the
are new to the
research.
games are gonna love it. But
You'll come
the
too,
combat
right?
was fun.
Yeah, if you don't mind me catching a ride.
One thing that was nice was being able to use as many arts as I wanted without having to worry about mana, but you get used to that. Like, every enemy had to have one of those weaknesses, yeah.
Then let's go.
Don't worry,
Sorry
I'll
to make
tangle
you
him
worry,
up.
Judy.
Don't worry, I'll break his armor. Don't worry, I'll stop his charge one time, and then he's still gonna do
My
it
heart was
anyway.
about to burst from worrying so much.
And like Shion's was like worthless. Like,
Yeah,
oh, flying
right.
enemy. The only time it was good was when it was against like dragons.
Hey,
like whenever you fought
really
random
mean it.
dragons out in the world. Armor won't save you. Yeah, it will.
Wait!
Not
Doesn't make a
again.
difference. If you don't,
Just
if you only hit
once.
one of them,
Just
you still got
once, I wanna
two
take
that
it easy
are
when I
still
leave
have armor.
someplace.
Like, you had to get lucky to like hit all 3 of them at once.
Goodbye, knights.
Anyone else notice that giant flying monster? Nobody's gonna say anything or go into a panic? Who's left to reunite with? I think I left my dice on Flynn, and I'm kind of annoyed by that. Yeah, because you have the Sephiroth.
You know, at first I wasn't comfortable with fighting, but...
Law and Dohalim were my favorite because they were probably the most disconnected from the story. In terms of personality types, they were all right. Like, looking back on it, like, yeah, we did get to know them. I just wish it was more organic and not all done in skits and campfire chats. Like, I've been saying that this whole time. Like, there are... I don't know, like, it's hard to explain. Like, there are moments in this game where a character's character is tested and they either have to get over it or something happens. And it doesn't really happen like that in that game. Not enough voice acting? In this game or that game? Are you being serious though, or no? Talking about Arise, you think Arise needed more voice acting? It's just that there weren't a whole lot of moments where we were just actually talking to each other.
Don't get careless.
Like, everything that we saw was voice acted technically. It's just that it was all in skits, and you had to sit there and not play the game to watch them. And there are moments in this game where characters are developed while you play the game. It's not me just sitting there twiddling my thumbs. And that's what kind of, like, is hard for me. How are you, I guess? I don't know. I guess we need Carol in the party. What did they say? That Rita's in Ospio?